Okay, now I'm just going to do a short video on my diet, and I'm very excited about the ability to be able to control my weight by switching over to proteins and fats and eliminate all carbohydrates. Okay, so what I did was I did some research on why carbohydrates seem to be affecting me in a bad way, giving me brain fog and constant hunger and that kind of thing. And I eventually got to where I found different diets: the paleo diet, the keto diet, the low carbohydrate diet, the restricted calorie diet, all these terms. Okay, and I started researching and started trying different things. And the only thing that worked for me was to reduce all carbohydrates on the keto diet. All right. Now I wanted to do the paleo diet at first when I first heard about it, but it was kind of expensive for me at the time. So I can't buy the grass-fed beef and all the other natural foods, so I didn't do it at the time. But with this keto diet and also the carnivore diet, it's a reduction in the types of food that you eat, so it was easy. I didn't have to spend a lot of money, although I will eventually try to get wild meats and grass-fed beef and that kind of thing that's healthier. Okay, so what I did was cut out all sugar first. That was kind of hard. I gave up my favorites of chocolate and donuts and cookies and stuff like that. Okay, I would have maybe a little bit of that with coffee in the morning. I also found out that intermittent fasting goes along well with carnivore and keto diets, so I'm doing that as well. Like, I haven't eaten at all today, and it's almost, what, 4 o'clock or something like that. And I found that if I eat late in the day and concentrate on one meal, I can sleep better at night. Now, some people can't sleep with food in their stomach, which is fine, but for me, that's what I do. And I'm trying to get it down to where I can eat once a day, but right now I'm just using a window of like 4 hours, where I have an eating window from like 6 to 10 p.m. Now keep in mind, this is brand new for me. I've only been doing the intermittent fasting and this eating window for about 2 weeks. The way I lost most of my weight in the beginning was just cutting out all carbohydrates. I was still eating lots of protein and fat. Okay. I noticed my body is also getting more efficient at using protein. So if I eat too much protein, it kicks me out of ketosis and gets me kind of loopy again, like I've eaten sugar. So I have to reduce not only the carbohydrates completely, but get my protein down to a minimal level. All right, so where I'm still feeling okay. Now, feeling okay is kind of subjective, because I feel 10 times better now than I did before when I was on a vegetarian or vegan diet or high carbohydrate diet. So that's kind of relative there. I can tell when I'm in ketosis when I'm not hungry. Okay, I always feel a little bit of hunger all the time, no matter what, even after I eat, or even during when I'm eating. I'm never really completely not hungry. Even thirst feels like hunger to me, so I'm always feeling hungry. But when that sensation is extremely low, I know I'm in ketosis. I'm not wanting to eat. It's not nagging at me to eat something. Okay, now I can get into that. Once I can get back into it in a day. If I blow my diet the day before and eat something at a restaurant, like some bread and stuff, and a soft drink, or something that kicks me out, the next day I can get back in pretty easily. Whereas in the beginning, when I started losing weight, it took me an entire week to get that feeling that I'm not hungry after fasting. Okay, so I do use fasting. I've always been exercising a little bit every day. I do moderate exercise. I find that for me, working out either early morning or late at night is the best. I can't really do it during the day, not only because of time and errands and stuff like that I need to do, but also it just doesn't feel right. Okay, so I recently switched to mornings. I was doing it at night, but working out at night keeps me awake. Okay, so I switched to mornings and it seems to be working okay. So I just do a basic exercise routine. It lasts about 20 minutes. I do a very short run, quarter mile, not fast, it's a jog. I do 20 push-ups, 20 curls with moderate weight, you know, on each arm, and other exercises that add up to about 20 minutes, 15 to 20 minutes every day in the morning. And if I have time and all that, I can do another one at night. Now, I would run more if I didn't have a bad knee, but this knee swells up a lot, and I injured it about 30 years ago during Army training. I was in the Army National Guard, so I messed up this knee. I sprained it pretty bad. I never went in for surgery or anything, so it swells up when I run a lot. Okay, so that's why I have moderate running. Otherwise, I would like to run more. Okay, I think that's about it. But just to give you an idea how much weight I lost, I was 192 when I made that video on the little Revilla point, the last little Avo arrowhead. I was 192, now I'm 165. And my military weight's about 150, so I've got, you know, 10 more pounds to go. I think I'll make it in another month. I'll be able to drop another 10 pounds, and we'll see how it goes. I have a compression shirt under this because I've got some extra skin here I'm trying to hopefully get rid of. They say that the compression or wraps don't work, but I'm just going to do it. It couldn't hurt, right? And they say that fasting is what makes your skin contract and shrink down. Okay, but I've had such a belly I had a belly for such a long time that maybe it won't go away. But anyway, I won't talk much more about it, but that's what I'm doing. I'm doing the carnivore diet and the keto diet. I go back and forth because I do eat some vegetables like avocados and cucumbers and teas. I'm looking into buying some more tea that contains vitamin C and other vitamins that I'm probably missing with the carnivore diet and the keto diet, so I'm looking into that. I take vitamin C tablets, so my diet is mostly eggs, cheese, fatty meats, liver. I have to have liver in my diet or I can't think as clearly. And the teas and coffees. That's it. Water, of course. And that's it. And I'm keeping my calories 2,000 or less per day. Whereas with the restricted calorie diet, it was 1,200 calories a day or less. On some days that I felt very bloated and very loopy and all that, I would reduce my calories to about 600 a day for a few days or a week or so. And it would pull the weight off, but I would be so hungry and so irritable and not able to sleep that I couldn't sustain it. Okay. And sleep is another thing. In order for me to sleep right, I can't be in ketosis, I found out. So that's why I'm eating later on in the day, because with that larger meal and that smaller time window to eat, it kicks me out of ketosis with all the protein. But that's good because then I can sleep. Whereas if I'm sleeping in a fasted state, if I fall asleep in a fasted state, I wake up in 2 or 3 hours, maybe 4 hours, and I can't go back to sleep for another few hours. So the sleep is broken up. So yeah, and that's another reason why I wait till later to eat. Okay. Hope that was informative. Okay.